What's going on, everybody? All right, what a week. Now, first off, thank you to everyone again for coming out on Tuesday for Midlife Live #2. What a blast. It's always so much fun doing that stuff, but it's especially fun when people show up and are contributing in the chat, hanging out in there, and so many of you showing up and participating in that. Man, it means a lot. So thank you. Thank you to my awesome panel, my buddy Jake over at Wax Pack Wisdom, Mike over at Junk Wax Hero, and then Dan at Dan's Vintage Baseball PC. You guys were fantastic. I'm certainly not surprised. I look forward to next month. I've already got a panel lined up, and I will just tell you, you are going to love this group. Now, I wanted to get into my pickups for the month of January, the cards that I bought during January. And if there was ever a month that showed off the wide variety of what I collect, I guess this is a month that did it. I had some football cards. I had some non-sport cards. I had some ticket stubs, memorabilia of different sorts. I had a little bit of everything, including a pretty massive football rookie card purchase. So I am excited to show all of those cards and pickups to you here. Now remember, whenever I do my pickup video, that launches about 9 days, a little over a week of opening up submissions for all of you to submit your favorite pickup from the month for the Midlife Community Show and Tell. So what does that mean? That means that down below in the description of this video, there is going to be a link to a Google Doc, and it's going to ask you a few questions. Your name, what'd you pick up? It's going to give you an opportunity to upload an image. Now, first off, try to have great images because then it shows off your great pickup. So if you can, try to take a good picture, try to crop it in nicely. Just makes things a little bit easier. Appreciate that. I'm this month going to start asking a couple of extra questions, but not for publishing. See, my buddy Isaac over at the Penny Sleever. See, thepennysleever.com. You know, here's the thing about thepennysleever.com. You know, I know Isaac's my buddy. I know that, I shout him out. I know that he does this giveaway now every month for the Midlife Community Show and Tell. If you upload your favorite pickup from the month, you're automatically entered into a drawing for 4 different $25 credits, gift cards for the Penny Sleever. And I was going through reorganizing a bunch of stuff last week. And I was pulling out a bunch of cards, and I was swapping out protectors, and I was putting everything into Penny Sleever products. In fact, I sent a picture over to Isaac of it, and they really are very high quality products. They really are. Anyway, in the form that you're going to fill out, it's going to ask you a couple of extra pieces of information. I'm not going to make it public, but it will allow me to be able to put you in contact with Isaac to get you the $25 gift card if you're one of the 4 winners. So look for that down in the description. But first, I'm super excited to show you my plethora of pickups from January. Check them out. Okay, so first up, a 1952 Topps Look and See, one of the coolest non-sport sets of all time. And this is William Shakespeare. And it's PSA slabbed. I've got quite a few cards from this set. I absolutely love it. This received a 5 from PSA. Really well centered. I don't know how it's only a 5 if I'm being honest with you. I think I'm going to keep this, although it has crossed my mind that I might give it to my brother as a gift because he is a theater professor, but to be determined on that. So here's a closer look at it. I don't know. I think it's a beautiful card. And this set has some huge names in it. And you'd think they would be expensive, but I got this card for under $20. $17.35 with tax and shipping. So they are affordable. Well, what next? You knew I couldn't go a month without trying to get one of my pirate cards. So this one is Captain Lewis, and this is in a PSA 3. I don't think it would get a 3 if it was submitted now. It's got some top right corner issues, but the image is clean, and that's what I care about most. This set from Allen and Ginter is called the N19 Pirates of the Spanish Main, and this is my 39th addition to the set of 50. Thrilled to pick this one up. Again, if you find them without paper loss and with good images, that is usually pretty good for a card that's about 135 years old. So thrilled to get this one. And from the same seller, I got another, which we'll see here in a second. But here's a better look at it. Again, look at the color. In person, these are absolutely gorgeous cards. So there was the Captain Lewis. And the other one I got from the same seller right here is John Phillips. I love his headscarf there. And I love some of the action shots in the background. This was a beautiful PSA 4. And again, when you look at the back, this is usually where it makes or breaks them. This one has a clean back, so no paper loss on it, which is fantastic. And the image is absolutely gorgeous. So this is a seller of a lot of tobacco cards, and we worked a deal offline directly, and I'll show you what I paid here in just a second. So there is a better look at the card. This is number 40, leaving me now with just 10 remaining from the set of 50. So we went back and forth, and I offered him 119 for the Captain Lewis and 140 for the John Phillips, and he took it. So I paid $260 for those two cards. And then I got myself a Johnny Unitas rookie card. Look at this, the color, the centering, the corners. It's a PSA 3. Now, I've been looking for like a 4, maybe even a 5, but they're way more expensive. You can see the back is beautiful as well. And it gets expensive. Now, this isn't as expensive as you'd think because it's a double print. In the 57 top set, it's a double print. Same year of the Bart Starr rookie card, which isn't a double print. So his card is actually more expensive than the Unitas. I'm trying to show you here, there's a little surface wrinkle below his name, right in there, which is the reason it got the 3. But the eye appeal is absolutely off the charts, and I got it for 3 prices instead of 4 or 5 prices. So that is kind of perfect, and that's always what I'm kind of looking for. So I wanted to get the first 3 Unitas cards. I had his 58 and his 59 tops, and now I have his 57. So this one I paid right around $450 all in. That includes shipping, tax, everything. I think the final sale price was about $415 or $420. There you see it. You can kind of see a little bit of the wrinkle under his name there in this image. But to me, that is an absolutely stunning example in a PSA 3 holder. Next, I got something a little bit different than normal. This is a program from the 1951 World Series. Now, the World Series was a Subway Series, Yankees versus Giants. Now, you can see up here it is written October 10/51. And I'm going to go through it with you. It's absolutely beautiful. It's in wonderful condition. As you flip through it, you'll see a lot of tobacco ads, a lot of alcohol ads, things we don't see as much anymore. Now, this program is from Game 6. And you say, how do you know it's from Game 6, Greg? It's the same program. Well, I'll show you how I know it's from Game 6 here in a second. As I flip through it, again, there's some hard alcohol and some of the Yankee brass there and leadership. Now, 1951, a lot happened in the World Series. For one, it was the year. It was one of the years Yogi Berra there. You can see Yogi Berra on the left, and you can see Joe DiMaggio there, and Phil Rizzuto. It was one of the years that Yogi Berra won the American League MVP, and it's the first World Series of a Mr. Mickey Mantle, and it's also the World Series where Mickey Mantle got injured on a sprinkler head, kind of avoiding Joe DiMaggio on a pop fly to center. Now, Joe DiMaggio was kind of hurt. There's some more Hall of Famers. Joe DiMaggio was kind of had a heel or a foot issue. So Stengel told him before the game to go for everything. And later in interviews, Mantle's like, I'm about to run in front of Joe DiMaggio and catch a ball. I can't do this. So he bailed at the last minute and hit the sprinkler. Now look here. The owner of this has the lineup. Now that is the lineup from Game 6. First off, look at the beautiful handwriting. And you'll notice that Mantle is missing. And that's because Mantle got hurt in Game 2. So if you look here, this is the Game 6 lineup. And it's the same lineup that you just saw written into the lineup card there. Now, they didn't keep score, but they did write in the starting lineup. Now, again, Mantle is missing because in Game 2, here's some images of the injury, which plagued him pretty much the rest of his career. And he talks a lot about how much pain he was in when he went down. And he didn't move because he thought he was going to pass out because he was in so much pain. And you can see they're running onto the field and he gets stretchered off. So Mantle was not active in Game 6, which is the game from this particular person's program. If you look back to Game 2, you'll see Mantle was the leadoff hitter there. I find it funny seeing Willie Mays for the Giants, also in his rookie year, batting toward the end of the lineup, which is kind of funny because he probably never batted toward the end of the lineup again. And it was quite a game, Game 6. The hero of the game was Hank Bauer. Hank Bauer hit a triple, a bases-loaded triple. And here's a look at the Giants lineup. Again, you can see Mays batting 8th. Monte Irvin, who had an amazing World Series in 51, was batting 4th. He had 12 hits or 13 hits or something in the World Series. Had a really good World Series. And I'll go ahead and continue flipping through it and talking a little bit about it. But Hank Bauer hit a bases-loaded triple, which was kind of misplayed by Monte Irvin there, and scored 3 runs toward the end of the game. And then Hank Bauer, you can see Willie Mays up there at the top right. Hank Bauer made a great play at the end of the game defensively, which clinched the game. And if you look here, you can just see the description of the young Willie Mays, which is incredible. And there's something else special about this game. And it's not just that it was the Yankees versus the Giants. It's not just that it was the game-clinching game where the Yankees clinched the World Series in 51. But it was also a special game because in the 8th inning, Joe Dimaggio had a double, and it was the last at bat of Joe Dimaggio's career. He had a double in his last at bat. With it came the ticket stub, which I'll show you here in a moment. So there is the 51 World Series program, and here is the ticket stub. So it was Yankees-Giants World Series. It was rookie year of Willie Mays and Mickey Mantle. It's the game-clinching game in the program and the ticket. And it's the last game of Joe Dimaggio's career where he had a double in his last at-bat. The ticket stub itself is amazing. The program is amazing. And to be honest with you, I thought the price was insanely low. And I'll be totally honest with you, I partially bought it just because I wanted to look at it. I was like, I want to go through this thing. So I bought it so I could just go through it. Now here's the ticket. It's not authenticated, but I think I'll probably send it off to PSA to get authenticated. It's creased and bent, but of course it is. It was in somebody's pocket at Game 6 of the World Series while they're celebrating the Yankees World Championship. That was quite a month. Don't forget to submit your pickups from the month of January.